So what is an idealist? I am an idealist. So an idealist is someone who is guided more by hope of what could happen in life rather than actual practicality. They're someone who envision the best outcomes, that everything will always work out well. They're people that face the future with a lot of optimism and a lot of hope, as opposed to, for example, a realist who's much more practical, much more they see life as it is, or maybe a pessimist who's actually just very negative about life and expects the worst things to happen. So idealists are people who want to change the world. They believe everything happens for a reason, and they're filled with great joy.
In the book Faith and Doubt by John Ortberg, he talks about if you scratch under the surface of a cynic, you'll find a wounded idealist. And so by definition, a wounded idealist is someone who's gone through life and faced a lot of challenges that has disappointed them, challenges in their relationships, in marriage, in parenting, in families, even in the church. So these disappointments have made them cynical in life, and they have a way of looking at life that's just kind of jaded.
I think this is an important topic for disciples, because the truth is we don't want to admit that we've become cynical. I know I didn't want to admit that I've become really cynical in my faith. I mean, I lead the women in Southern Africa. I shouldn't be admitting that I've become cynical in my faith. But the truth is that life in a fallen world has a way of wounding you. And I think that it's an important topic to discuss, to talk about, because so much of spiritual maturity is becoming self-aware. We need to become aware of the lenses through which we look at life. And if we don't become that, then Satan, what he does is he uses lies to trip up our relationship with God and trip up our relationship with each other. And I think as an idealist, what I did is I equated idealism and faith as being the same thing. And the truth is that idealism and faith are not the same. And I needed to really learn what true faith was and not put my hopes on just being optimistic.
Honestly, everyone, even if you're a realist by nature, you need to understand how many things disappoint idealists. John Maxwell put it like this: disappointment is the gap between expectations and reality. The bigger the gap, the bigger the disappointment. So the honest truth is, older Christians should read this. Younger Christians should read this who are going into leadership. And leaders should read this so that they know how to protect a lot of people from the disappointment that comes from setting very high expectations and not meeting them.
I want to say, absolutely. As a recovering wounded idealist, there is a lot of hope. I think that what I felt was that my cynicism was sort of this new temperament that was sort of cementing in my heart, and there was no hope for me. You know, I would speak to people about how disappointed I felt in the church, in relationships, in life, and people would be like, "Oh, I'm really sorry that you feel that way, and I'll pray for you." And I remember feeling like I need more. I need to break through this hard heart. And there is hope. If you can replace your idealism with true faith, you can overcome. And the great thing, idealists out there, you are gifted with natural vision. So if you can take that natural vision, overcome your idealism, and become a person of faith, you can still have great impact in this world. Our best days lie ahead.
Go, sweetie.
What do you think?
Phenomenal. Oh man, that's winging it with style. The book is available at IPI Books. It's also available at Amazon.com. And there is a 4-part sermon series at ICOC Hot Resources. So you can teach a sermon series and have the book as a companion that people can read alongside. We think it'll help every church.